Welcome to Learn JavaScript Online. The purpose of this video is just to explain how the interface works. You have to write your code over here in the editor such that you complete the challenge and pass the tests that are over here. Now let's see how this works. You will have chapters later on about functions and variables, but for now you just have to know the absolute basics of how it works. So let's take a look. If I run my code over here using run or command enter on Mac and control enter on Windows and Ubuntu, you will see over here that the tests are failing. So expected return value to be equals to a number, but we got undefined. We got undefined because our function is not returning anything. So let's try returning 0. And now if I run, you'll see we are succeeding the first test. We are returning a number. But this doesn't make all the tests work because we expect the sum of 2 and 4 to be equals to 6, but we actually got 0. Now it makes sense that we got 0 because we are always returning 0. But where does this sum 2, 4 comes from? Well, this comes from inside the tests. So we take your function over here and we run it through several tests that you cannot see, just to make sure that you have provided us the correct answer. So these sample usages over here are just meant for you to test your code. They are never what we are checked for. Sometimes they are similar, but your code should make these two work, but also all of the tests that you cannot see. So why do we provide you with the sample usage? Because this helps you understand what your code is doing. So if I go over here and I do a plus a and I run my code, you will see that this is going to give me 2 and 4. And this 2 over here is basically 1 being added twice, and this 4 over here is 2 being added twice because we did a plus a. Returning 4 will not really make it work, or maybe returning 6 will just make it work for a specific test, but then the other one would fail. So this A will be 1 as an example, and this B will be 3 as an example in this call. But if I call it again with a different A and B, like 2 and 5, so this is why you should not write numbers over here, but you should say, this is obviously return A plus B. And if I press Command Enter, it's going to show me that all the tests have passed. Sometimes to better understand the challenges, you can add a console log over here. So you can do console log, and I'll add A, and I will run this, and you will see all sorts of numbers that we actually pass into your code. It doesn't really matter, but this helps you understand what kind of information you're working with. And whenever you're stuck, you can always get a hint. So just click on get a hint, and this will give you a hint that you can try.